Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we completed the exterior of our base. Ripping out old parts, redesigning new ones, adding in this incredible circuit board light show to the front, and just tidying everything up so we can bask in its glory for the rest of our playthrough. I'm gonna be honest here, it's got me in a building mood. Now with our main base pretty much constructed, we have our weapons factory done, and we have our ideas solidified for the rest of everything here. I want to build more, and I want to get rid of all the temporary stuff and floating platforms. So that's going to be like the main goal today, but also we have a lot of interior work I want to get tackled, with the main thing being our armory. So we'll have our nuclear weapons a little closer at hand for activities. So if you're excited for this, remember to subscribe and leave a like, and let's just jump right into things. So like I was mentioning, everything changed with the exterior of the base last time, and also a lot of stuff happened with the interior as well. It became straight up chaos. There's new floors everywhere, doors to places, and I had to figure out new ways to get around. So now there's a staircase here that goes all the way up here, and to the drone ports I added in. I have no idea what I'll do with the drone ports, but now we have a way up at least. And also, this is a nice way to go upstairs to see the belt work for our storage room. So it just makes use of the space a little bit. Also, it gives us access to some of these bins because some of the stuff in our storage room actually can't be like mass produced, like power shards and other things. So yeah, pretty nice little area to kind of just stuff things. In fact, we'll probably do more with this area later on. But right now, we want to go to the weapons area. So, did I make a way up there? No, but I have a plan for how to get up there at least. And that is with a hyper tube, because I kind of messed things up a bit in here. With the new decal to the front of the base, we have a giant foundation pillar right in front here. So instead, we're gonna have a fast way up to the armory just in here. So we can go through that, and that scoots us up right outside of the building, up a couple floors, and to here. This is all the work in progress stuff. But this is where our armory is gonna be. Layout wise, of course, we're just gonna have the bins, and we need, I think, like 9 bins. Because we've automated the nukes, the cluster nobelisks, the pulse ones, homing ammo, turbo rifle ammo, and a whole slew of other things. So lots to store, and we want this to be pretty convenient as well. So for the 9 bins, we're gonna have 3 back here, and then we're gonna have 3 over here, or at least we could have if the game would have participated in Z activities. But for whatever reason, this is clipping. Like, look to the left there. It's just clipping by the tiniest amount. But if this fit here, it would be perfect. A dream come true. And I must have my dream become reality. So we're going to use the evil technology. Well, not the evil technology. It's just not very often we pick it up. But area actions. Area actions allows us to do a lot of forbidden things. Like clip things together when the game says no. So I think, how does this even work again? I haven't used it in forever. We want to select a building. Yes. Then we want to fill this. Let's hide that for a moment. Green arrow is going in that direction, so we want to go in the opposite direction. -2. Preview it. And there we go. The bin is perfectly in place. Okay then. Filled with 1 building. Everything's good. Now we can do that to the other side. So with the basic concept in, we will have all the space we need in the world behind the bins to do all the belt work, so we don't need to worry about any of that, and we can just make things look good. I've kind of started by raising the bins up just like a small meter foundation up, just to give some height variation to the room. Now we gotta make like a ceiling and all that stuff and enclose this into an actual proper room. And I'm thinking we could just have like a walkway that goes upstairs. Walkways usually look good, right? It's just, is it gonna fit properly? It's always the question. But after the last episode, I'm pretty sure I could make almost anything work. Like, Update 5 has so many features and quirky things to use that you're almost just limited by your imagination at this point. And even still, you can just get a couple of simple mods to use and do anything else. All right though, how does that look? Looks pretty lame. Can't we do anything else to this? What if we have like an actual background going on here? The thing is, I don't even know if the walkway will be the thing we actually end up doing. So we'll design the rest of the room first and then maybe add in a walkway after. In fact, this already looks really good. Getting rid of the walkway gets rid of all the color, and it's looking a lot more brutal. What if we added in then a couple of these bad boys just on the wall back here and painted in concrete? How's that looking? It's looking interesting. In fact, I have a really cool idea that might work, and that makes it look a million times worse. Okay, but I think we're on the right track. I just want to figure out a way to get lights involved with this somehow. Oh, it definitely was. I just had to switch up the ramps and the blocks, and then I was able to put the lights just right in here. Plus the wiring's gonna be hidden behind the concrete, and that's gonna be awesome. Finally added on some little beams to bring the whole look together. And that is pretty much the gist of it. Now for just everything else. Well, since this is a weapons room, we want to be imposing. So again, the dark colors, big theme, but also a tall roof would be nice, except we don't really want to use up all of our space. This is all the space we have in the main base left, so it's at a premium right now. Well, unless I change up the roof, but I really don't want to do that. Though, I should probably actually complete the roof so we don't have to deal with the rain. Anyway, let's see how tall we can make this. Or maybe we could do something tricky. Maybe we could make like an infinity roof. That might work. There are roofs in the game, like these ones. Now we could just put down here. We'll zoop them across. And if we turn them into glass, they might have a reflection that could look cool. Okay, they have the reflection I'm hoping for. Good. And what if we make the top part just like a very dark color? That way, all you see is the reflections of what's beneath and you don't see what's above. It'll give the impression that the room is taller. I've seen like a couple mirrors and tables that do this, and it works really well, and it should work in this game, but this is a video game. Ooh, okay, you know what? I'd say that works. Just have to increase the beams to go a little bit further. Maybe just straight up through there. Oh my gosh, you can't even really tell. Did that even go up? Oh, dude, that reflection thing. Look at how well that works. Oh, that's crazy. Oh yeah, what a neat trick that is. Definitely gonna do this more in the future. Anyway, dabbled around with the rest of the room just to finish things up, and yeah, I'd say this is pretty much done. I think the only thing we really need around here is a pillar. A miller piddle? Yeah, one of you bad boys. Just to break up the room a tiny bit. And then of course, we actually need the items. So we have to build everything from the weapons factory to here now, which is going to be a bit of a task. We have quite the puzzle on our hands. So this whole tower here is just a logistics tower. We have all of our oil stuff being dealt with there, the weapons factory there, and the weapons are all stored at the end of the line right over here. So where do we actually have to go? Did I mark it? Oh, I did. Skims, you're the best. Well, we can do pretty much whatever we want with the logistics tower. I don't care how it really looks, I just want it to function. And our base is complete, so we don't really want to change anything with it. So let's start work from the base and scoot our way over there. And we'll make some spaghetti. But first, I want to get those cool belt bridges started. If you missed it a couple episodes ago, this is how I go about building them. Just have the conveyor wall like that. Then you go and have a belt just in there, and you can extend this as far as you want. And it clips through what are those actually called? The frames, there we go. And then you can zoop more on top. And there you go, you get the cool look. Now for the hard part. We'll try to bring everything up to these 3 conveyor walls and then scoot. So you will just go to like there, that to there. Ooh, and then that to there, and I'm just realizing now, we're gonna have to organize all of the items so they go into specific bins, because I want things to be orderly over there. So projects like these, they start off simple, and then, you know, the spaghetti ensues. But everything's organized, everything's going to where it needs to be, and I've decorated a lot so it doesn't look terrible from the outside. Let's take a look. So we have all of these logistic towers now. We have one there, another here, and then I just did weird stuff to kind of tie everything together. It's looking kind of neat. But yeah, main thing is everything now goes to our main base. And it's looking pretty cool. Unfortunately, in experimental, we don't have the actual items in the sign kind of thing. Like you can't look up like turbo rifle ammo or anything like that in here and find an image or nukes or that stuff. But I'll switch it up to images later on. And of course, everything is all nice and organized, going to where it needs to be. Even brought over the normal ammo because we might even use that. And then we have this other door over this way. And I made this kind of like an extra storage room for things we're probably not gonna use a lot of. Like snowballs, pretty much irrelevant nowadays. The normal nobelisks, I don't think so. And then stun rebar. Like, why would we stun things when we could nuke them? Exactly. Belt-wise, it's pretty clean. All of this big spaghetti stuff happened in the logistics tower. So here, everything is chill. And we have tons and tons and tons of backup storage, just in case we get a little bit rowdy. Speaking of, I actually brought a couple of things down to our main storage room because, you know, some things we're gonna use more than others, right? So we now have a nice space for smart ammo and nuclear weapons. Of course, we're gotta have the nuclear weapons on deck, and smart ammo is probably gonna be the main thing we use because the flies, the infinitely spawning flies, are gonna get super, super annoying. And who knows, maybe we'll bring other things as well. Overall though, the room looks really cool. The logistics tower is now done and looking interesting. And now I wanna go through the rest of our builds, like the truck station, train station, and whatever this is, and try and make them look cool as well. So I started off with the train station first, because it would be pretty simple. The little box up there is already done. All I had to do was down here, just making sure that the foundation was on the ground. And then I've tried to make all the pillars touch the ground too, with this kind of design where we have the concrete go out, and then we have like a dark pillar base, and then pillar frames actually supporting it. More so because it matches the theme of the rest of our base, where we just have pillars going everywhere doing everything. But yeah, continued that design this way, got rid of most of the train platform, just added in supports now, so it's all matchy-matchy, looking cool. And I changed up the front gate even. So this used to be some like red arch thing. Now it's just kind of like spikes. Mainly so it doesn't block off the view of the main base, because now with the renovations done, it's actually something to look at. But by far the most difficult area to reno was the front of the base here. So I didn't really know what was going on. It's kind of just like a logistics area. So I've tried to add in some concrete structures just to box in what we had going here. Like we have some quartz crystal, let's move it across here. We're gonna have other items scooting. Then I have a bridge and some more pillars just to fill out the area and also provide places for supports to be. And then finally over here, I don't know what we're doing. I put in something temporary and it will probably change, but we'll see. Main thing is I don't know what's happening with the swamp yet. And once we figure that out, then I'll do like some kind of tower or whatever here. Oh yes, and I finally made a foundation for our space elevator down there. Nothing crazy because the space elevator is so cool, but just something that fills in the area a bit. Oh, and also I used up the nitrogen gas node and scooped that all up for our next project. But grand reveal time, does it actually look good from upstairs by our storage room? Yeah, I like it. This building looks pretty neat. I didn't really show off the details, but it has like the arch going over top, pillars going down, bit of a design with the silver walls. Yeah. That's good. Then everything over here is looking good too. Of course, there is like a simple base underneath the truck station. The train station's all good. Less random stuff just everywhere. No more garbage and floating platforms. Everything is looking complete, both on the outside and the inside. because the little crazy chaos room over this way, well, I've remodeled, and now it is a place for organics. So I have some smart splitters behind this wall, and I will split up like organs, or remains as they're called now, and also biomass things like wooden leaves. So after stuff is organized down here, the wooden leaves go upstairs into machines, processed into biomass, and some of it goes into that bin there, and most of it should go over to our weapons factory to make some gas grenades. And hopefully that whole system's actually working. Do we have the gas grenades? Oh, okay, we do. Thank goodness. Oh yes, and lastly, I went through the comments of the last video just to see what you guys thought, and for the most part, everyone's like, dude, your base is crazy. So thank you for all the compliments. But there's also really good feedback as well. One of which was to get rid of all of the red on the main base actual pillar here. And I thought that was a really good idea. It wasn't really fitting. I just was trying to make it work because, you know, our branding is all red stuff, right? But for this project in particular, you guys are right. It's better if we just go with like a dark gray like this. And then kind of did the same treatment to the front here too. But I replaced a bunch of stuff with concrete because we had like a random red patch to the right there and some other like weird artifacts, and now it's a lot better. Plus, we already have all the red because of all of the neon signs and stuff. And the surrounding towers are all gonna be red too. So overall, we're gonna have our theme going. However though, that is gonna be all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching, but have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.